Here we go. Foreclosures, short sales, and dark times ahead. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to be happening in the real estate market. My name is Mike with Mr. NoFluff.com, and I'm going to share with you my entrepreneurship experience, my real estate investing experience, my ownership of a real estate broker's experience for 15 plus years. I've been in the game in real estate and moving and investing. I'm going to share with you what I think exactly is going to happen. That's why I say here we go. We're having massive amount of people behind on their home payments, on their house payments, on their mortgages, on their residential and commercial real estate. Millions and millions of people all over America. And that's why I brought to you a couple of days ago on my YouTube channel that the Fed has now funded its member banks, funded its right-hand corporations with almost 0% interest rate, free money to go buy real estate, neighborhoods of real estate. Eventually, these corporations that are the right hand of the Fed are going to, in my speculation, they're going to start buying the foreclosures, the non-performing notes from the bank. Because the last crash, 2006, 2007, 2008, when the banks start foreclosing on the everyday Americans, they put the houses on auction. They had to pay a lot of money to trustees or attorneys to do foreclosures. They had to pay a lot of money to real estate agents to sell their home. They had to pay insurance. They had to pay vandalism costs, etc. So I think this time what's going to happen is that the bank's getting smarter, because when they bring tons of inventory to the foreclosure auction, it even hurts their own bottom pocket, because as they sell these properties lower than the FSBO, lower than the average person that lives in their home, it drops the price of the housing market more and more. Just like if I had a lot of Bitcoin, I was a Bitcoin whale, and I dumped it all real quickly, it will drop the price of Bitcoin. Same thing with real estate. So what's happening, in my opinion, this time is that the Fed and the bankers are getting smart. The Fed has funded BlackRock and other corporations with 0% or almost 0% interest rate, and in the near future, they're going to buy all the non-performing notes from the banks. So all these millions of people that are behind in their payments, they're going to buy the properties from them. Okay? They're going to buy directly, not one property, not 10 properties, blankets of non-performing notes, non-performing mortgages, non-performing people that are in their homes, haven't paid mortgages, they've been in the forbearance program, and now instead of the bank foreclosing on them, putting into the auction, paying the lawyers, paying the agents, paying the insurance, the holding costs, all that stuff, they're just going to give it to the Fed sister companies, okay, the America's central banker sister companies, and they're going to pick up all these properties, this is my speculation, from the banks, and the banks are going to like that, because they're going to have one customer that's going to buy blankets of non-performing notes. And on top of that, the banks are going to like that, because that's not going to drop the prices of real estate. Okay? Because when you have a lot of it and you're trying to dump it, it hurts you. On top of that, it's going to save the banks a lot of money from not paying the foreclosure trustees, all the way down to real estate agents and so on, and closing costs and so on, insurance, holding, vandalism, etc. Okay? And what that's going to do is help the central bankers, the Fed's best friends, to own real assets that are going to be inflation proof. On top of that, they know cash is trash, like Ray Dalio says, so they're getting the cash for free or almost for free, and they're going to buy the hard assets that's going to be inflation proof, because no one wants to hold paper that's trash. They're diluting it. On top of that, they know that real estate will produce some passive income and appreciation and tax deductions, right? And it's a hedge against inflation. So this is a really great win-win for the bankers and the central bankers to come and distill the wealth of America, just like they did back in history when Big Brother wanted everyone to turn their gold in, the gold bars in. And the same thing is happening now with real estate, okay? The central bankers are printing money, they're diluting it. The Fed is the biggest mortgage-backed security buyer, okay? And on top of that, now they're funding their sister companies, right, with 0%, almost 0% interest rate to go buy whole neighborhoods. And they're just practicing, in my opinion, and getting ready to buy non-performing notes. But that said, that's just the headwind. Just kind of like when you ride bicycles, it's not always going to be flat land. Sometimes it's going to be up. Sometimes it's going to be down, right? So that said, there is going to be hard times for many, many Americans. And the wealthiest people are going to get rich because they're getting the money for free and they're buying the properties from bankers at a deep discount because the notes are not performing. Now, where does that leave the small real estate investors like myself? Where does that leave the fix and flippers? Where does that leave the wholesalers? Where does that leave the mom and pop landlords, okay? Well, there's going to be so much inventory out there that the opportunity becomes the pre-foreclosures, right? The pre-foreclosures, right? The people that are now going to get behind on payments, or the people that are realize that, house is going to go foreclosure, right? And the opportunity comes for me, for example, is to do creative marketing to find motivated sellers and buy their home direct and allow the motivated seller to become my private bank. Allow the motivated seller to become my private bank by me just taking over their mortgage, by me just stepping into their shoes and making their monthly payments for them, especially since they have these ultra low interest rates, whereas almost 0%. So the opportunity for investors that want to do fix and flips, that want to do wholesaling, that want to do landlording is here, right? Is here. And I think end of the month, next month, we're going to start seeing massive inventory start dribble through, okay? Because all the laws are going to be lifted next month for banks to start foreclosing. And I think that's why companies like BlackRock are where they are, starting to buy real estate to just warm up so they learn how to buy it, get property management, learn how to rent it out, etc., because they know a big wave is coming. Now, another thing to think about is if you go to the National Realtor Association, they're starting to offer short sale courses because they know what's coming down the pipeline, okay? Same thing happened in 2006, 2007, 2008. Though there will be short sales still booming. Short sale is when a lender is willing to accept less than what the borrower owes. So if the borrower owes, $200,000 for a house and they're behind, the lender may accept 160, 150, etc. Depends on the condition of the home. So the people that are at the top, they know what's coming and they're getting their people ready for short sales. And at the same time, the big central bankers, they know what's coming, and that's why they're getting their sister companies, prepping them up to get into the real estate because, and here's the biggest thing, the world reserve currency is the dollar. So if you don't understand what the petrodollar is, then you're not going to understand everything I'm explaining here, because Big Brother and the Central Banker of America are propping the economy up because they don't want to lose the world reserve currency, because if they do, they're not going to be the world power, right? Because by us having the world reserve currency, that's why we're the world power, because we're trading fake dollars for real resources from other countries, like third world countries, what they call third world countries. We're taking their lumber, we're taking their coffees, we're taking their bananas, we're taking their guacamole, we're taking their oil, we're taking all their natural resources and giving them debt and the dollar. This is not worth anything, right? Not backed by gold, not backed by natural resources, nothing, right? So the people in power, they don't want the dollar to topple. And so this is why you're going to see a bunch of big brothers, central bankers, immediate friends get filthy rich by getting almost free money because they're close to the printing press and buying assets that are going to go against inflation, like real estate. Okay, they're going to take trash money and buy hard assets with it. But this also creates a lot of opportunities for short sales, right? There's going to be a lot of real estate agents that are going to make money in short sales. There's going to be a lot of investors that will learn how to do short sales. If you want to learn how to do short sales, then, or if you're interested in learning how to do subject twos, then you might want to consider joining my academy. We meet every month. You also get to meet with me for a live consultation. And at the same time, I give you some of my best-selling courses, all for $97 a month. So look below, okay? But another opportunity is foreclosures and pre-foreclosures, because there's so many people behind in payments and they're not going to want to lose their home. Some of these home non-performing notes will go to central bankers. Some of these non-performing loans will go to small investors like myself that know how to find these motivated sellers, right? Know how to negotiate with them and create, strategies like creative financing, create strategies like subject to, where all I do is find these motivated sellers, structure a deal where we create a win-win, and I just take over their house payments, okay? And that seller will become my bank. Instead of them losing their home to foreclosure or losing their home because BlackRock bought it, they ended up saving their credit and willing to do a deal with me. So there's a lot of opportunity coming, but there are also competition, and the competition has a big advantage. They're not playing with the same rules that you and I are going to play. They're getting free money or almost free money. They have unlimited access. They don't have to worry about a FICO score or a credit score. They're getting unlimited access to funds, and they can buy blocks and blocks and neighborhoods of properties. But that also leaves a lot of deals on the sideline. So if you're interested in buying homes subject to, if you're interested in buying homes directly from homeowners, if you're interested in learning how to wholesale, how to fix and flip, how to be a landlord, then I highly recommend joining my academy. There should be a link below. Again, we meet on a monthly basis. On top of that, you and I will have a one-on-one sit down where I listen to you, your goals, and give you a blueprint for you that's tailored specially for you, okay? And that's all included. Normally, I charge thousands of dollars to meet with me one-on-one. I include that for free. On top of that, I'll give you my Flipping Wednesdays, one of my best-selling courses where I teach you how to find motivated sellers in your backyard for free. You don't have to spend no money in yard signs. You don't have to spend any money in direct mail or postcards or do any cold calling, none of that stuff, okay? I show you how to use the newest technology and creativity to generate yourself leads in your backyard totally for free. It's called Flipping Wednesdays. I sell this course for $1,500. When you join my academy, I give it to you for free because I want you to succeed, okay? On top of that, one of my best-selling courses, my Mother course, which has over 371 chapters that covers everything you want to know about real estate, from closing to subject twos, wholesaling, owner financing. I give you the Mother course totally for free. I normally sell it for $3,500. You get that for free. And you get access to Education on Demand, which is the library vault of a bunch of different educational videos, from gold to cryptocurrencies, Bitcoins, altcoins, subject to, cold calling, how to talk to sellers, how to do funnels, how to do automation, virtual assistants, you name it, guys. You get all that stuff for just $97 a month. I'm having a special on it. Normally, I sell this course for $5,000. You can get it right now just for a limited time. Go to academy.mrnofluff.com, and thanks for watching, and click the like button, and I'll see you in the academy. Peace.